Hey, today I got my DCG brother, Trader Mo, onto the show, and he's gonna be dropping some gems on how you can utilize the charts to your advantage. It doesn't matter if you're a day trader, a swing trader, or long-term investor. He's gonna be dropping some gems. You do not want to miss this show. Let's go. What's up, guys? Your guy, Crypto Chuck, back here with the group Crypto Black. And man, I got to bring in one of my mentors right here. This is my guy, Trader Mo. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm a fundamental trader. You know what I'm saying? So I look at the news, I do this and that, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this was going to move the market. That's going to move the market. I look at sometimes, used to be a lot of time, I look at some charts, I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell is going on right here. But then I got inside DCG, right? And then I start listening and watching Mo. Everybody kept talking about, like, Mo, good job, Mo. And I'm like, I gotta listen to this brother. He's like a good dude, man. So like, I started watching his classes, and I'm like, damn. So when you guys see me, you know, doing my support and resistance and this and that, I was like, okay. That you gotta credit this guy right here because man, once he started showing me how to do this and that with the charts, I was like, all right, cool. Then this is much easier now. This makes sense. You know what I mean? So no other than the master trader. I'm gonna call him a master trader. That's what I think he is because he did a lot of he called a lot of joints. You know what I mean?
And keep calling me too.
And I made some good money from it. So I'm gonna call him a master trader. All right. Trader Mo right here, my DC brother. How you doing, my brother?
I'm great, Crypto Chuck. What's good, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm so glad to have you on the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm honored to be here, my brother. Honored to be here.
Yeah, man. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, man. How you get in the crypto? I know you do stocks or options, anything like that. And how do you get into trading, man? How did you get into it?
Man, it's been a long time coming. I've been dealing with finance for years and years and years. I guess kind of long story short, after graduating high school, going to college, having too much fun and not finishing, but then going back, I decided to go back for economics. I was at a turning point in my life where it was really trying to figure out, who had money, who make money, what's, where's money going, who's doing what. And I just, came across different economists and Warren Buffett. Those were like, economics and Warren Buffett was like the two things. So I went back to school for economics, started a financial services company after doing corporate accounting, did that for a few years. And through doing that, met somebody that was into Forex trading. And he kind of got me into learning about charts, learning about certain things. And I'm glad that you actually said that you're a fundamental trader at the beginning, because that's how I started. I started, going through grad school, going through all of the different types of valuation courses and studying Warren Buffett and the long-term investing method. But it wasn't until I got into trading and I found a book called How to Make Money in Stocks by William O'Neill. And that book, William O'Neill, he's also the creator of the Investors Business Daily newspaper. And that book really began to marry the fundamental things that I had been learning years and years and years and years with the things that the gentleman was teaching me that I had met, about Forex. I didn't necessarily like Forex pairs. In economics, that was foreign exchange economics. I didn't like foreign exchange economics. That wasn't my thing, but industries were. So I stuck with stocks. I kind of combined it, took the can slim method from that book, combined it with some other things, and just really, got into trading. Once my financial service business kind of took off, I just went with trading.
Cool, man. Yep. And I think I'm glad you referenced different books because I think it's very important because a lot of people got to understand, they see us and they see us trade or anything like that. They don't understand a lot of our time is reading and educating ourselves, always sharpening that knife, right? Or sharpening that sword, so, and you constantly educating and learn from each other, you know what I'm saying? And I know we all bounce ideas off of each other in DCG, and it just makes everybody so much better because sometimes somebody asks a question and then that'll pretty much spark a fire underneath somebody else, and then they'll be like, you know what? let me dig deep into this, and they come back. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay, cool. So sometimes, man, you lead a lot of horses to water, man, and they come, they drink a lot, and they come back with some water for you. You know?
Yep.
You know, so
that's how I go. Reciprocal.
yeah, and that's how it is, man. And you know, with the and I see in regards to technical analysis, what is it you think is most important in regards to when you're starting out and looking in technical analysis? What is very important to you? You think more so for swing traders, just investors or traders, day traders? What do you think is more important when you're starting out?
To be honest, I think that charts are and can be for everybody. If you're an intraday trader, you're a swing trader, if you're a long-term investor like Warren Buffett, I still think that you can utilize charts to your advantage. The basic, if I could say any kind of basic things you would want to learn is probably support and resistance. That is probably the key thing in dealing with charting or technical analysis that most other things are either built off of or built around. So just kind of getting the idea of where to pinpoint support and resistance, will help you with your trading immensely.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm so glad you brought that up, man, with support resistance, because it pretty much good points to tell you when to get in and when to get the hell out.
That's
what I'm saying?
Basically it. You always want to enter on support.
And that's the thing.
On support.
Yeah, and it, like the charts don't lie, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when to get in, when you get out. And I remember I seen one guy was talking. He was saying, "Hey, man, you got your support right here, right?" He said, "If it keep going down, if my support was right here and I had another support line here, I was already wrong once. You want to be wrong twice? You want to be wrong 3 times?" Said, "No, just get the hell out when you're wrong once." You know what I mean? And then I know a lot of things Jamar preaches a lot. You know what I mean? And Jamar talks about how you always, if it goes back up, don't feel too bad about taking profits, right? And if it goes back up, okay, cool, I can get back in. The momentum is going that way. And the sentiment is there. I think a lot of people, it feels though, okay, you know what? It's okay. I missed that support, and I'm gonna keep, and I know it's gonna bounce back up. Sometimes you gotta get the hell out when that support is there. And I mean, or sometimes you gotta get that entry in too. Wait till it looks healthy, and then that's when you can get right back in, and then ride it up to that resistance. You know what I mean? If you start seeing too much resistance, take your profits. You know what I mean? take your profits.
And that's something that you can take. A lot of times, I deal with longer swing traders or longer term investors, and they kind of, I don't know our charts. But I mean, if you still take that same concept, and if you're looking at a weekly chart or a monthly chart, and you see that support area, or you see price coming down to that support area, you can feel comfortable to make your entry and hold it for the next 3 or 4 or 5 months, and kind of keep up with it just by watching the chart. Like the chart is like what I say is the visual representation of what's going on with that stock and its value right now. All the fundamental stuff, and you can do all the research and all the theoretical value of what the price of that asset should be, but on the chart, what it bought and what it sold for at that moment in time, that's what it's worth. And those things, when you see that over time, you can see how investors feel about the worth and the value of that stock. So charts is everything.
Exactly. And the charts reminds me, because I'm an audio engineer, and I got my degree in recording arts and stuff from Full Sail. Right. So the thing was, when you in the box, right, and you working off something like Pro Tools, you see the audio. Usually music, you only hear music, right? But you can't really see music. But when you're in the box and you're engineering how everything now set up, you can actually see it. So now with the charts, and it's not too long, the stock market and trading been around for forever, but in regards to the stock market, been around for hundreds of years. So you can sit back and look at it. They didn't have these charts like that, back in the day. Now we have this luxury of having these charts, and now you can actually see it. Like you said, you can see it and fork and pretty much live off those support and resistance. It could be day, like you say, intraday. It could be swing, or it could be weekly or monthly charts. Some people go by sometimes. You know what I mean? For long-term investors and stuff. And I kind of compare it to that, where I can actually see it. You know, when I'm
Yep.
doing music and I'm engineering, or when I did with engineering, you know, I could see music, and I'm able to actually maneuver and move it around so much better, and have a better, and look at my entry points, exit points, when I can splice this and cut this up, you know what I
Yep.
mean, and chop this
Yep.
up, you know what I mean.
Same way.
So
Yep.
it's the same way, man. So it was very easy for me to transition, because I was so used to seeing it in one way, you know what I mean. So now I can look at it, the charts, and looking at, you know, following guys like you and Nick and Mike Miller and Mark, you know what I mean, and it's really technical guys. And I was like, oh man, for one, these guys know what the hell they doing, because you know I'm looking right at it, and for two, like, it just makes so much sense, you know what I mean, to have that marriage. Man, you
Sometimes you got to
host.
see it to believe it.
Yeah, you got to see it to believe it. You see it,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
once you take that profit, you make that money. You're like, oh yeah, I believe it now.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's good, man. Like, you know, options, man. I told you before, options, man. I was shit, man. You know, I couldn't get it. I didn't get it at all. You know what I mean? And I would go to I've been with TD Ameritrade since 2008. You know what I mean? I bought when everything started crashing. That's when I really started investing in like stocks and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, I just remember, I was like, shit, man, everything is on sale. Everything's in the red. So shit, man, I'm gonna start buying. Let me get in the stock. Let me start buying some stuff. And then it was one of the best things I ever did. Like, you know what I mean? And then crypto, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. You know, so but you know, going from there, and I still didn't, and I was with TD Ameritrade, like I said, since 2008. I just didn't get options, like, you know what I mean. And I would go to different events, man. There'd be a ton of events going on, and man, I'll be a ton of people there, all type of stuff. I'm there for 6-7 hours, and people talk about it, and all I could remember was puts and what you call it, and calls, and I'm like, shit, I just don't get it. And then you did a video, you did like a 7-day challenge. And man, it was like the holy grail. Like, I watched that joint. I'm like, I'm gonna get my tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit back and relax. I'm gonna watch this. And man, when you did it, it was like I was like, damn, man, how he explained it. All these people, all these different, you know, all these different type of backgrounds, and work for these major companies. They couldn't explain the way he explained it. And I think this is what's very important, is people like yourself that can explain it to people like me in our culture, where we get it like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? In a matter of one day, I got it like that, and I was trying to get it for years. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, go into that. Go into how you train, or how you teach, and your method, where people are getting it.
Well, you know, the main way, you know, that I like to teach, or way I do teach, is through DCG. That's kind of the main way I bring, you know, people in and bring them into the fold, is through the trading groups. But, you know, I really like, when I teach it, I guess it's a couple of things in the back of my mind that I really want, you know, people to really get, even if they don't get it up front. One of those is that you can get this. Is, you know, it's not rocket science, and even if you are interested enough, rocket science isn't rocket science. Like, you just got to put forth the effort. And two, that, you know, there are one thing that frustrates me, and especially with our people, is that they see the stock market and the crypto market as the lottery, as gambling. And it's in my intentions to continue to prove and show that there are millions of people that have this as a career. Like, this is what they get up and go to work and feed their family with. It's not, you know, a bunch of people that got, you know, what you see on the Facebook groups, and, you know, you got a job here and you just dibbling dabbling. Like, we are not all like that. Like, it's folks that's what they do, is trade. And, you know, every day they come into the markets and they extract money out, and that's what they feed their family with. So, like, with like those two things in mind, like, I come forth and I attempt to make it plain and make it simple. You talked about the calls and puts. I hear that with every single course, every single person I get. And it's because it was like that for me. I went the long way. I went to school for it, went to grad school, gone through the Black Scholes model, proving the Black Scholes model, going, you know, finding out all of those different points of the options. And it wasn't until, like I said, I was able to kind of really get into the technical analysis and marry the fundamentals, marry the two, and actually get to trading, that I saw that a lot of these things that they put out there in these difficult descriptions, I think I honestly think it's like that intentionally,
Mm-hmm.
to, as a, I'll say as a barrier of entry. I'll put it
Mm-hmm.
that way. I
Yep.
think it's done intentionally as a barrier of entry. But a lot of these things are real simple concepts. If you can just get beyond the jargon that they put on the Investopedias and on all
Mm-hmm.
these websites, all of those fancy words. If you could just break it down and look at it like this, like, look, I can do it like I can buy Microsoft the stock, or if I'm expecting Microsoft to go up, I could get a little coupon contract on it. And if I get the
Mm-hmm.
contract, and the stock goes up, this is what happened with that coupon or with that contract. So it's just being able to get people to see that you want to invest in Microsoft, you can do it this way, this way, this way, and this way. And
Mm-hmm.
one of these ways is options, one of these ways is stocks. Soon, one of these ways is going to be crypto. We just
Mm-hmm.
got to get you in the right lane and show you how to look at Microsoft going from 220 to 240 and being able to express that in these different ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And that's an excellent point what you're saying. I think it is the barrier. I think it's putting a barrier for people to actually be able to understand. And another great point you brought up, I think, especially with a lot of our people, is we always was taught in order to make money, you had to go out there and work for it. In regards, it is a form of work what we're doing, but
Mhm.
manual labor, going out,
Mhm.
waking up, punching the clock, and that's how you make a earning.
For 400 plus years, that's all we've known is
It's all we
manual
know.
labor.
Mm-hmm. And
Not anymore.
not anymore. Not anymore. God damn it.
Not anymore.
Nah, God damn. And people like us is gonna teach. We're gonna
Yep.
teach people. You know what I mean? And let them know. Look, we can do it. You know what I mean? In our background, and a lot of us have similar backgrounds. We can do it. You
Hmm.
can do it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And I tell a lot of people, man, I'm like, listen, man, you smarter than me. You know what I mean? But me, I just got the balls to do it. Like, I don't care. I'm
That's
not
all it
scared to
took.
fail. You know?
Yep.
I like.
I went through the hard times. I
Mm-hmm.
went through the struggle. I
Yeah.
went without. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
It just like Jeff Bezos did, just like
Mm-hmm.
Warren Buffett did,
Mm-hmm.
just like
Steve
Melody Hobbs,
Jobs.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
all those people. But when you see your path and you know that that's what it's for, and you know that that's what you ought to do, man, you can't do anything but get better at it, and eventually it will come to pass. It's been proven throughout
Mm-hmm.
history so many times. So yeah, you're right, bro.
And all the books I read, man, and I see it, successful people, and I talk to a lot of successful people. I took a lot of successful people out on lunch. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
said,
Hmm.
because different books I read, it was like, always try to find mentors and try to find people that's successful and doing things you want. Invite them to lunch. They got to eat, right? So they
Yep.
say, listen, man, while you eating, just tell me, some stuff about you. And I sit there with a
Yep.
notebook and read and write. And a lot of people, man, I never talked to them again, but they left me with knowledge that I was able to pretty much. And I would come with my notebook and I write down everything they say. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I'm like, listen, you eat for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You gotta stop at Starbucks. Don't worry, I'll pay for it. I just want to just talk while you wish call. And then you don't gotta say bye. Just be like, all right, cool, I'm done, and then walk off. But a lot of people I never talked to. So some people I still talk to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And they will literally by taking those notes. And I think people appreciate it, and people do appreciate it because successful people love to talk about themselves as well. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So they'll tell you the story.
Yep.
So and I think it's good to where, people like yourself and everybody in DCG, man, and a lot of other people, and they pretty much they're able to elaborate on what they did and where they came from, and then is able to pick other people up from there. And let them know, listen, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be days you don't eat. It's like that, man. Days for a lot of us we didn't eat, man. But if you keep going at it, you keep pushing yourself forward, you're going to get it. It's going to click. And when it click, man, the best thing in the world is not to worry about money. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're able to go in and say, you know what, I'm gonna go make $400 or $500 in about an hour because of what I was taught and what I learned over this time, it's the best thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
tell us a little bit, man, about your about your company, man. Gladstone, man. I love the logo. It's dope, man. I'm like, damn, this looks dope, man. You know, this is
Word.
royal right here. You know, tell us about
Shout
that,
out to
man.
my man Link Green for the logo hooking me up. Shout out to Link. That's my dog.
Shout out Link. What's up, man?
Yeah, man, that's my bro. Gladstone Trading, man, is an evolution of a few previous businesses. It's come full circle, in the last couple of years, and basically, the company is aimed at teaching traders how to trade. Through publishing the mastermind report, through different courses, and just giving traders those tools to trade consistently and successfully. Gladstone is near and dear to my heart, and the name is near and dear to my heart. Like I said earlier, I had a financial services company, named it something different. And so when I got into trading and got with DCG and really decided to make this teaching a business, I wanted a name that meant something. I mean, we all want a name that means something for our company. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I wanted to honor the people that came before me. So the name Gladstone kind of is in memoriam of a family member who meant a whole lot to myself and my wife and our family. And we just going to continue to show the strength and the love of Mr. Gladstone through this company.
There you
We
go. There
continue
you
to
go.
strengthen people and show them the love through the money, through the markets.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's a great story, man. When I first heard it, I was like, man, it's a great story.
I
And
appreciate
seeing
it.
what you're doing with it, it's a dope name too. Like, you know what I mean? It just so happen to be somebody's name, but it's just a dope
Right.
name as well. So,
And I've
you know,
never known anybody beside him named Glad. I was like, yeah, I think this will work. This will
me
stand.
either. And I've been around the world.
Stand.
I mean, either. You know,
Right.
it's a dope name. I love it. And I
I
mean, how you put
appreciate
it
it.
together, man, it's just dope. Everything about it. And shout out to Link too, man.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's
man.
right.
Anything tell with the mastermind report, man. Let people know how you how easy. Because I say it a lot, but people don't understand how easy it is with dealing with people, working with people like you and everybody else that participate and bring so much information to the mastermind report. Let them know, man, how it is, man. How we on cruise control when everybody else is pretty much crashing.
Well, I want to say I make it look easy.
Dust your shoulders off. Dust your shoulders off.
We kind of make it look easy. It do take a lot of work. Don't
Yeah,
get it wrong.
yeah.
But kind of like I seen a post, young lady posted that said something like, if I do a job in 5 minutes or something, you don't pay me for the 5 minutes, you pay me for the 10 years that I learned how to
Exactly.
do it in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
like, we make it look easy, and it's gotten easier over time. But as far as the mastermind report, like that is our trading plan. And actually that's where me and Jamar really kind of connected and hooked up, is uh, the understanding the need for the trading plan and how we both kind of went about creating our trading plan. When I met Jamar and got with DCG, I was trading stocks and options, and I had got to the point where I was tired of finding stuff and doing stuff. And when you actually do read a lot of these books, read from older traders and successful traders, they'll tell you having a trading plan is
Mm-hmm.
essential. And I started to see that when I actually took the time to research the stocks according to CanSlim, according to the CanSlim method, and I sat them down and I kind of just stuck with those were the ones that moved the best out of any of my trades, other than the ones that I hear about on Tuesday and then try to trade it on Wednesday or Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Like those never did well, but the ones that I researched the month before or took some time in, they all seem to do well. And I always also looked at historical data. I'm a fundamentalist at heart, so I always looked at historical data. I always looked at cycles and seasonality, and that's where me and Jamar kind of clicked. And so when I saw he was doing the same thing with crypto, and he shared some of the tools that he used there, and I shared some of the tools I use, and we realized we kind of use some of the same tools, it was like, oh man, match made in heaven. So
Mm-hmm.
I just went through and connected with him, and it's just it is really just planning for the month, planning and trading for the month. That's what we want to do. I mean, it looks easy in March, and we make all these posts in March because we spend, 2.5 weeks, the month before doing all the research, looking at which companies are doing well right now, which companies have seasonal strength or weakness, which crypto coins has seasonal strength or weakness in the upcoming month or month or two. What's going on? Like that stuff takes time to research and take note and look at charts and, go through. But once you do all of that and you kind of bring those together, you got a nice core group of things that, may not be ready to trade all day, every day, but you got a list of stuff that every day you can go to. And once you get familiar with the charts, look at the chart. Okay, well, Starbucks is, not looking all that great today, but man, Visa is setting up. Let me go on and take this one right here. And I still got 4 or 5 stocks on my chart, on my watch list. So, if this one, go or don't go, I go on to the next one. So it's about having that research, having that background, having something that you already are familiar with. One thing that I often tell traders, my motto is know what you own and why you own it. And so I carry that into the mastermind and carry that into the report and trading. I research my picks, and throughout the month, those are the main pick. Like, I'll also get some throughout the month, and I'll continue to research them and add them to the list for maybe next month. But those stocks that I put in the report, those would be the first ones I look at every day when the market open, and the last ones I look at every day before the market close to see if it's any positions. Then I'm gonna go to my other ones because I already researched these. I already know where they at. I already know where they supposed to go. I know where price targets should be, where stop losses should be. So it's about being familiar, and I mean that's what makes the cruise control easy. We know where it's gonna be based on history. It's been there before, so hey, it's probable to repeat again. So
there you go. You're like, I ride this highway every day. I know it's 65 miles an hour.
I know where that exit is. It may be traffic today, but we still gonna get there.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I mean, this here is a great video, man. I think a lot of people are learning a lot about this, and I think people will see for themselves when they come and they sitting with you with the and listen to you and watch you work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did it. I am a recipient of it. I didn't know what the hell Tilray was until you were, and I made some good money out of it. I was like, Tilray, what the hell is that? But shit, you like, this, that, and this, and I was like, let me buy it. Oh shit, okay, cool.
Word up.
So you know what I mean? And it just like put everything together. And I think what people need to understand is like you mentioned earlier, we in crypto. Most of my audience, we're in crypto, right? But you're starting to see crypto a lot of those things from happening in stock is coming over to crypto. We got the ETFs happening, we got the options and stuff plays happening. So you got a lot of things happening. So if you start understanding
tokenized stocks,
tokenized stocks, synthetics and everything like that. So if you're able to understand that, if you're coming from the stock and options world, you come over to crypto, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm familiar with this. And the same terminology. So it's like they're not really changing too much. So man, anything else you want to say, man? Where can they reach you? How can they reach out to you? Private tutoring and DC, everything. Let them know where they can reach you.
Word. Well, best way to reach me is through Facebook, Trader Mo. You can, reach out to me through DCG, Trader Mo. That's one of the best ways. I'm very visible online.
Look at your Twitter, man. Look at your Twitter, Instagram, man. Come on, what you doing?
Twitter is underscore Gladstone @_Gladstone. So you can catch me on Twitter. Instagram is Trader Mo. So you can catch me there too. I'm
get you on the gram. Get you on the gram with that long candlestick. Show that long candlestick on the gram. A green candlestick.
Big green candlestick. At Trader Mo, Instagram, _ Gladstone on Twitter, and Trader Mo on Facebook. So yeah.
Cool, man. Guys, I'm telling you, he's a savage. He looks nice. You know what I'm saying? but he's a savage, man, with those charts. And I'm telling you guys, this is a guy you want to listen to, man. I'm telling you, helped me out a lot, man. Made me feel very confident, you know, I'm looking at these charts. And it feels so good when you in those charts and you're looking down and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy right here and I'm gonna sell right there. Having that plan before you even make the buy, you know, when you're getting in and when you're getting out, you know. So but yeah, guys, this is the guy you want to talk to. And this is my DCG brother right here. Trader Mo, baby.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. But yeah, guys, Mo, thanks for coming on to the show, man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
It was great. It was great. And you got a podcast too, don't you? Or you got a podcast coming out or something?
No, I don't have a podcast. I was featured on a podcast. Maybe I could send you the link and you can put it in your descriptions. I was featured on the Ready Set Free podcast with Kai Wilson. Excellent podcast. If you guys, you know, check that one out, I'll definitely provide the link to you so you can provide it to your people. We talked about investing one-on-one on that podcast as well. So you can check me there as well.
Send me that link. I'll put it right in the description box.
I definitely will.
Let's go, baby. But yeah, guys, you got Crypto Chuck with my guy Trader Mo. You know what I mean? The whole DCG family. What's up, baby? But we'll see you guys, man. The next video. Mo, I see you in Discord, baby.
You know it, bro.
You out here, baby. Peace.
Them NFTs, bro.
NFTs, got those NFTs.
Hey.
And we out, baby. Peace.